What's up guys, it's Smith here from GamersHeroes.com, and today I've got a version 2 of our very basic breeding guide. I put a newbie breeding guide up a couple of days ago. The like ratio got hammered a little bit because I didn't show how to actually breed the pals in the actual pen itself. So I'm going to go over it again and give it a second take, and hopefully you guys can follow this one a bit easier. So what is breeding? Breeding is combining two pals of any species to make an egg. So you can put the breeding pen down, so you unlock this in the technology tree. As you do with anything else, I think it's about level 16, level 19, level 19. So once you've unlocked the breeding farm, you will then be able to put the breeding farm down. You can assign a male and a female pal to produce an egg. If you assign two of the same species, so if I put in two Digtoys, you will always get a Digtoys. If you combine two different species, you will get an egg, but that egg will always be the same. So if I put a Digtoys with a whatever that is, and it gives me something else, it'll always be that same something else. So the eggs aren't random, they are fixed based on the two pals that you put together. There is a breeding calculator out there if you want to dive into the deeper aspects of it. In order to breed as well, you are going to need cakes, lots and lots of cakes. You can see here in this box, this is where you put your cakes. The godsend about this is the cakes do not degrade if they're in the box. So this is the breeding farm. This is where you put the cakes, and once they're in here, they will not degrade. You can see here the timer stays at 20, and that's it. To assign anybody, any pal to it, all you have to do is pick them up. I can't because these guys are asleep right now, so let me just skip the time. You pick them up and you throw them into the pen. Now, the difficulty with this is, right now, the game is a bit of a buggy mess. There are pals that really struggle to get assigned to anything in your base, whether you're putting them on the ranch or the breeding pen. It really is a bit of a struggle. The bigger ones seem to struggle even more, and there is a bug, definitely, that requires you to restart the server. So, I hate this bedroom. If you're putting your pals in there and you're not getting the notification that you're about to see, and you're doing it over and over and over again, try and restart your server. So I'm going to pick this one up here. This is what you do. You pick them up and you throw them in. And on the left hand side, that one missed. You should see a notification come up saying assigned to the breeding farm. So try again. There you go. You see that? Fixed assignment to breeding farm. He will now stay there. Now, sometimes they will just randomly walk off and leave. If you come back here, and it doesn't say 1 out of 1 and 1 out of 1, one of them has assigned itself somewhere else. Now, even if they walk off to eat, it will still say 1 out of 1 and 1 out of 1. So you've only got to worry when it says 0 out of 1 on one of the sides. Go find your pal, or the quickest thing to do is go to your box, pick your pal up, put it here, put it back here, and it will drop right in front of your pal box. So as I said, just pick them up, throw them on. If you try again, it doesn't work, pick them up and put them in your box, and then restart your server. So just remember as well, they have to come from pals at the base. They can't come from your party. You can't assign party pals to it. So it has to be one that you've put in your base section that is roaming around your base doing bits and pieces. Now, once your lovely pals have hatched an egg, you can pick the egg up and you can hatch the egg. Now, I've changed my server settings to have eggs on 0 timer to hatch, purely because I wanted to do some breeding guides, and 2 hours between each egg was insane. So you put your egg into an incubation. It will then incubate depending on your environment. We've got guides up on the different eggs and that type, so you can get 100% increase to speed. You can also get minus, so if it's too hot, too cold, etc. So depending on where you are, depending on what's going to happen. So I've got it on 0, as I said, so I'm going to incubate the egg. You then have the pal born. Now you can see down there, it does count towards your capture success. You do get XP for it. And then they also get passive skills. Now I'm going to show you here on my Digtoys. The reason I'm breeding these guys is because these guys have at the bottom there, you can see Work Slave, Artisan, Serious, and Lucky. My Mammoth Rest has Veil of Darkness. I'm trying to breed these two together to pass on all of the worker traits from Digtoys onto an Anubis. So every time you breed a male and female, there is a chance that the skills from both, the passive skills, will transfer over to the baby. There is also a chance random skills will appear. So to begin with, if you're breeding the same two, it's not too much. When you start crossbreeding that, it gets a bit more complicated, but we've got more complicated guides up on that. I just wanted to do a fresh take on the sort of new player breeding guide after I messed up the original one. So there you go, it's nice and quick, nice and easy. Get ready and get back to the game. If we helped you out today, do like and subscribe, we do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.